Tyrande crown.
Yeah, the one that fell off his head when Arthas stabbed him.
Legendary loot drop. No, I'm just saying. Good.
We're going to make it a legendary loot drop.
I have no idea who would have it, who would drop it. We take some notes.
Thanks.
Got it in my head. Mr. Metzen, just first before I ask my question, I have to let you know that my name is Imizel from Maelstrom. Both the Scarlet March and the Royal Dynasty are inspired by you and salute you. So thank you very much for everything that you do.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
No problem. My question is regarding Tyrande. I'm kind of wondering, she was strong in the past, a strong female figure, a leader. She stepped up to the task when she was asked, and then it kind of fell off during Burning Crusade, during Wrath, during Cataclysm. She kind of just, at this point, she's Malfurion's arm candy. What's going on?
Oh, come on. How dare you? Good point. I've been seeing this on forums quite a bit, too. Let me just say this. Before the quest line in Nagrand, in Burning Crusade, there was no thrall at all in WoW, right? Like, he was standing there, maybe he gave you the Ragefire Cal at all. And I like this guy. It took an expansion or two or whatever to finally get to him and start, really bringing his story off. I love Tyrande, right? I had a blast writing her in Warcraft 3. We just haven't gotten to her yet. But kind of like Dave's, Sylvanas story, and the whole, Alex's, Silver Pine quest line. Every one of these characters is going to have their day, and I love this character. And in no way do we intend to just make her Malfurion's arm candy or whatever. That's ridiculous. This is one of the fiercest, most badass, elegant, creatures in the world, as far as I'm concerned. So it's just a matter of time for a lot of these characters. Some of them, because of the comic book, Varian got his day in the sun, and we'll have more. And, certain other of these characters, it just depends on what phase of development we're in, what big ideas we're driving at a given time. But, totally, Tyrande's going to get some love, and not just going to make a comment here, but...
Family show. It's on TV right now.
Family show.
But Jaina Proudmoore, on a similar vein, needs to have a moment. She's getting her moment. We got a novel coming out. She's going to be much more active. We love these characters. We're going to bring them around.
And guys, here's the thing, right? I see this all the time on forums, and people are we'll get clobbered, right? That we're underserving these characters, or these ones are Mary Sue's, or these ones are whatever. It's all coming. We love these characters. They are all dynamic, and we have plans for all of them. We just can't execute against everything at any time. So, no one loves these characters like we do. So we want to serve them all. We want them to be compelling. Even when we get into thematic areas like Thrall, right? So I'm reading a lot of this stuff, and people going, when did he become such a wuss? You've ruined Thrall. It ain't over yet. Right? Brother's going through some rough times. But the champion times are on the way, right? So bear with us. We have a plan, We love these characters, as much or more as you guys do, and we want to be respectful of all of them. So just kind of saying that off the top of my head.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, first of all, Chris, I don't know what kind of shift in the universe happened whenever you come out on BlizzCon wearing an Alliance hoodie.
Want to see a magic trick? I'm going to get right out of this. You ready? For the Horde! I almost got out of it. All right. Look.
Did the Doomhammer burn your hand when you put on the Alliance shirt?
A little bit.
That's not my question, by the way. I'm just saying that.
Okay. Let's just move right past that.
Okay, that's awesome, because I have a really important question, okay? I waited on the other panel. Here's my question. This panel has said that Pandarians have no sense of hatred. that Pandaria is one in a sense of chi and positive energy. So how does it make more sense for a Pandaren to be a warlock and not a druid?
Are they making...
I didn't think warlock was in there.
They're not allowed to be death knights, paladins, or... Help me out, guys. Is it warlocks?
All right, I'll tell you this.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It was...
I'll tell you this, true or
Druids,
not.
and
Where's
Druids.
the
There were
fact
three.
checker?
There were three.
Copeland, go. What I would say is, if that's true, I don't like it. I typically get overruled when it comes down to game design, right? They're trying to balance out forces.
Warlock's a little weird. I was pretty sure Warlock was out.
I can't stand that chisel. But what I would say is, in certain of these classes, Death Knight, Warlock, right? These are affected classes, right? Death Knights aren't necessarily choosing this life. You know what I want to do when I grow up? I want to become a slavering, rotting Death Knight. That sounds like fun, Sparky. Warlock, too, if it goes that way, I'm just riffing off the top of my head. These are very, I guess you can argue, well, Pandarens don't necessarily have, they just don't vibe on hate. It's not impossible that they would hate. Do they hate injustice? Do they hate to see starving people on the side of the street? Probably. It's not that they are without hate in toto. It is that, toto! It's that they choose other. So
they're aware of the consequences of hate more so than any other.
I don't really care about them being warlocks as much as I care about them not being druids.
You want to bear form.
Okay, that's the thing. That's the excuse they gave. Well, what would bear form be? They're already a bear. It would be bear. So,
that sounds
if you did this, okay,
shady.
like through meditation, they're able to unlock a primal form, and they're able to attack as a bear. That's not difficult to explain through as much as a warlock.
I'm feeling you right now. We'll Monday morning, we'll run down the hall and we'll yell at the design dudes and go, hey, we'll see
I
how
don't know, but I don't know. The timeline, Pandaria disappeared behind the mists before the Sundering. I don't know if they really had the Druids coming out. I don't know if Cenarius was around there teaching them to be Druids.
That is a very good point,
I don't think
David.
it was happening.
Very good point.
We have a fact check happening. Data is being poured onto the stage right now. What's the verdict?
She was confirming the warlock thing.
They can't be warlocks.
Right.
Druids. Druids is the question. Yeah. I'd say I still think Druids are out. That might change, but I think no Druids.
All right.
You guys,
Thank you. Thank you for your question.
Good question.
How you doing, gentlemen? Idiot Tank Doomall Horde. My question concerns the demon/Dragonsoul. With Thrall and the heroes going in and taking it out of the timeline, Alexstrasza was never captured, which means most of her mates are still alive. Ronin never went on a quest to save her, which means he never got redeemed and became head of Dalaran. And of course, the aspects are still at half power. Go.
That was very well thought out, and your observations are airtight. Watch how it plays out. Bear with us.
Thank you.
We watch a lot of Star Trek too, so we get this whole time thing. No problem. No problem.
Yes, my question is about Arthas' mother, Tyrande Menethil. She was mentioned in the Rise of the Lich King novel, and then once in Warcraft 3, he killed his father. There's never any mention about what happened to her either. Is he a mama's boy? He didn't kill her, or did he have no mercy and kill her as well, or did she just die of old age? Because Tenorus was pretty old at the same time.
I think that we have not officially made that up. What I mean is we haven't crafted her fate. Like, I don't think anyone around the office knows. I don't think we've even talked about it. Although my impression of Warcraft 3, I think it works better if she had died at some point before the fall of Lordaeron, right? Of something, right? We just haven't covered it. because killing Tyrannus is pretty striking, right? We didn't see his mom. We didn't see, I just think it diminishes that moment if he just goes on this Charlie Manson spree. So I think probably a classier solution would be that somehow she's just out of the picture years earlier.
Or
think about it.
you kill her and get a legendary crown.
So you
Probably
were
not,
saying
probably.
that she died previously to the corruption of Arthas?
I mean, my sense of it is that that's probably the right way to play it, ultimately balancing all these ideas, but we'll continue to talk about it.
Thank you. Good question.
Hello. I just read the Sylvanas Windrunner short story
Excellent.
last night.
Thank you.
Really good.
Boom.
Questions arose from that regarding the Shards of Frostmourne. Where are they? Did Sylvanas or some of her flunkies take it to Undercity or something else entirely?
Yeah, it specifically wasn't addressed in the story, and I actually don't know the answer as to why. I didn't think they were there, honestly, but I don't think we've addressed it in the lore.
Some very smart people picked those things up and took them somewhere where they will be safe. But I can imagine there will be shenanigans one day. Some idiot trying to reforge that damn thing. Sounds plausible to me. And that's about all I know about it.
Thank you.
Hi, my question's about Algalon. When you beat him, he starts to go on maybe a midlife crisis where he's like, where the other planets he's destroyed, kind of the same as Azeroth. He seems to wonder how, you can differ from the Titan plan. Then he decides, I think in a comic book, he needs more than 1 hour a week to see what makes us tick. What's he up to? Are there more of his kind that might kind of come see what he's up to? What's up with him?
Good question. How do I answer this? The whole Titan storyline, who those folks are, what they're doing out in the universe, are they still alive? Did they have a plan for this, or for their plan for the world if it went south? We see in Old Doom that in fact they did, and it wasn't all that good for us. The Titan storyline, throughout World of Warcraft is something that needs to play out over a very, very long period of time. We can't just 2 expansions from now we'll have Titans. Like they're so big. Like I'm not entirely sure how to deal with them yet because they're massive, right? And they are from somewhere super exotic. So it's kind of hard to know exactly how to leverage them into the franchise. Although I loved what we did on Cataclysm relative to that storyline coming back around, Wrath of the Lich King, with Old Doom. And all the storylines in that dungeon. So it's definitely something that is very vital to Warcraft's storyline, but we're still kind of letting it cook a little bit in terms of how we'll leverage them. I'll riff a little bit and tell you that there were things about Burning Crusade that I really, really loved. Shattered planets in the sky and ethereals running around. I mean, it was just so high concept and whack, right? It was not the same old fantasy thing. But as we talked to the community, certainly a lot of folks around the office were just like, I don't know, man. I just want to have gnolls and kobolds and run around in a pretty forest. Like, that's what fantasy is to me. So reflexively, when we built Northrend, you get like Grizzly Hills, you get these really just pretty areas, right? Because a lot of the team was just feeling, we want to get back to that. It's the familiarity of fantasy that really makes it work. It makes us feel at home in this world. But there's a part of me, man, that wants to just launch into all the the worlds out there. Like, are there still Draenei out there in the universe? Are there